It's good to be back in the studio.
Yeah.
When was the last time we were here? Last week? Exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. I want to say thank you to all the critter heads out there. So, let me actually look this up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, last week on the cryptids corner, we were sponsored by Little Baby. Didn't say it in the corner.
He doesn't have a logo. If he had a logo, I would have done it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't look it up. I think he does have a logo. It's the one that was on Snapchat. Pretty sure he does have a logo. Little Baby logo. 4PF.
That's his studio, you see.
Oh.
Anyway.
My bad.
So, because of our podcast and our critter heads.
Because of all of our beloved critter heads out there.
What?
Damn.
That's not
He's
fair.
number 2, though.
All right, so last week when put like the little menu down. So
2018 was a good year for graphics. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what else came out in 2018.
yeah, but now the games look terrible. Like they don't.
So
look...
the art style's gotten worse?
Oh yeah, I don't know. They haven't addressed it. Look at this. This is the best Madden's ever looked, in my opinion. Soundtrack was solid.
Is that Mr. Brady?
Unfortunately, this was when he was part of the. Not this one. I mean,
those graphics do look good.
I mean, that's what that looks like.
We can't keep doing these visual bits, man.
That
We
just
should
doesn't
not
look-
have a computer access. We should not have computer access for this podcast.
I mean, they look real, but they don't play real.
I don't know what that means.
They just like this looks like a game. You see, like it clearly stands out as like a video game.
Yeah.
The other ones, like this just looks robotic. This is not what Stefan Diggs looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm just not a fan personally. It's too fake. Anyway,
We can't keep doing that. I feel like we should be stripped of our computer access.
I mean, you can strip yourself of that. I will keep looking stuff up.
I just feel like a lot of times when I'm editing the podcast, I notice that a lot of the time is spent you just scrolling through the camera, like the Google search, and I'm talking.
Yeah, I want to see the animal you're talking about.
No, but even when you're talking, even when it's your animal, it's you searching through the Google search.
Well, I want to see photo. I never looked up photos of these animals.
That's your problem.
What?
If you're gonna look up photos,
I want a live reaction on the podcast.
okay. I just feel like our audio listeners
I just
want.
feel to get got like that.
I've never been got like that. I would just feel like our audio
That's just
listeners.
not true.
How so?
That's just not true.
What's-
I can think
what's
of
not
several
true?
examples of you getting got like that.
Name several. Name 7.
I thought of one like yesterday.
That happened yesterday, or yesterday you thought of it?
No. But there have been times you're like, oh,
No, I've never been.
that's just not true.
I literally have the upper hand in every conversation I've ever been in.
That's what? You're like Skip Bayless,
That means nothing to me.
a degenerate child.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, hey, Skip Bayless is that one guy you showed me.
Yeah, Shannon's the good guy.
Yeah. He's cool. He's funny.
But Skip with his wife when she's on the show,
Mm-hmm.
like he's a human being in my eyes now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because like you could tell like they love each other. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, love's pretty cool.
But like when he argues about the Cowboys, I'm just like, please get off my television.
Please get off my screen.
Or my
Please stop
computer
existing in my mind. Honestly, I'm kind of done with you.
Okay. Well, I don't like the Cowboys because of him. That's the only reason.
I don't like the Cowboys because.
I mean, no one should.
Okay.
Shout out to Josh.
Did you listen to the podcast?
He's a Cowboys fan.
Oh.
He's thriving.
You
I'm
should
pretty
send
sure
him a
he's
link to
thriving.
the podcast.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Why
you
not?
can send him a link to the podcast.
Okay.
No.
Why not?
I don't want
You just said
to.
I could.
No.
No, but you just said I could.
No, I take it back. Redacted.
I have it on recorded. I have video records of you giving me permission to send Josh.
And you also have video recording of me saying redacted, and I don't want that.
No, but I'll cut that.
See, that's just not fair.
Oh.
Fine, if you can do that, then I can scroll all I want.
Yeah, you can scroll all you want. Just speak when you do it.
No, that's too much. You get too much of the upper hand there.
I get the upper hand? How do I
Yeah.
get the upper hand?
Because you get to redact whatever the hell you want and keep whatever you want to keep. and I just get to scroll, and then I can't even.
But you get the power of
but
free
I
speech.
have to talk.
You get the power of free speech.
I can do that anyway. You're not my boss.
I'm not your boss.
You're not
I'm not your landlord. I just feel like there are very few times where we actually have like a conversation.
That's just not true.
On the podcast?
The MWAP?
That's pretty good. It was a 30-second clip, though.
There have been other times. You just haven't made clips of them.
Yeah, no. I spend literally the only day I have off editing. I don't have any time to look through clips. If you guys ever watch this podcast and you're like, that was pretty funny, just let me know and I'll clip it later. What's so funny?
I looked at the camera like, but audio listeners don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, see, it's bits like that. It's bits like that that's stopping us from being #1 comedy podcast on Spotify.
Dude,
what's the #1 comedy podcast on Spotify?
What did you drink before you got here?
Water. The blood of my enemies.
What? Speaking of
sorry,
blood.
not sorry. I will say I started listening to a podcast this week that's really good, but I won't give him shit because that's competition.
What?
I can't. There's no rankings on Spotify. I don't know who the top podcast is.
I'm pretty sure when you type like on pod, there's like a I don't know. There was something where it was like, oh, this podcast like JRE is always like #1.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't know where you find that.
I know like Apple Music or like Apple Podcasts like rank them.
Yeah, but he's on Spotify.
I'm looking on. I know, but I'm trying to look on Spotify. I literally don't even listen to any of the ones that are on the top.
I only listen to one. Podcast charts. There you go. I'm from Emery Lex, Friedman.
I know, but are those in order?
I would assume. I mean, JRE is #2. I don't know what this one
What
is.
is K63? Julianne Moore and Oscar Isaac. What? That's cool.
Where does it say Oscar Isaac? Oh.
Oh, Distractable's on there. That's right. I listen to Distractable.
Oh, see all.
What? Smartless. I've listened to a couple episodes of those.
Is that Noah Centineo? Oh, if Noah Centineo had a podcast?
I listen. Did Jordan Peterson has a podcast?
Yeah.
That sucks.
You didn't know that?
I didn't.
Morbius Network.
Well, I'm sorry. This is morbid. I was like, what? You're
sorry.
fucking lying.
I was.
Okay.
2 or 3. Oh, there you go. See, look. There you go. Ranked.
Always. Oh, okay, cool. K63, JRE, Critters Corner, Caller Daddy.
What? Conspiracy.
Where are we?
Theories. The Daily.
Wait, are we even marked as comedy? I shouldn't have done that.
Unexplained.
I think we are. I think we're marked as comedy and philosophy.
That's a lot of podcasts.
We're marked. Yep, we're marked as philosophy and comedy.
This is the top 100.
Oh, look up top comedy podcast. No?
JRE, Distractable,
Hype.
Caller Daddy.
Smartless.
Is this who? Oh no, I don't know who Alex Cooper is.
Distractable's pretty good. That's with Markiplier and his buddies.
Hello, my name is Markiplier.
Oh, that's the one I listened to. That's the one that I just started listening to, The Basement Yard.
Funny TikTok.
That's so stupid.
Wow.
Chuckle Sandwich is on there? That's the hype. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. I've seen that. Or listened, I should say. Damn, none of my podcasts are on here.
Mine's not
Just-
on here.
just
I don't
a
even know
couple.
what mine's under.
Mine's definitely comedy.
Fiction.
Religion and spirituality. We
What?
should put that.
Oh,
we
this
should-
makes sense.
We
They're
should
actual
have. We
football
should have marked
players.
that for mine. Hey, Markiplier's also on here.
I've listened to this one. This is the only one I've ever listened to that's on. a
Pardon my
list,
take.
Besides JRE for a time. This one's like these are two actual like football players. That's why they're #1. And they're goats. Actually, I take it back. One of them's a goat.
We should have a
the other
sports
one's-
podcast.
What? You don't even. Dang, PFF's not even on here, bro. Skip and Shannon have a. Oh, that's probably just their thing. Just audio form.
I just feel
There it
like
is, baby. Number 28.
The Pivot Podcast. We should have marked ours podcast as sports.
Why?
I just feel like we talk about it a lot. That's not true. I think this might be the first time we brought
We
it
should
up.
put it under music. Oh, wait, is that even? Is there music?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a music podcast.
Music podcast. Is Heat Rocks on here?
What do you talk about?
No. Okay.
Do you sing songs?
Probably whatever fucking you talk about whenever you bring up Little Baby. It's just that for an hour.
Yeah, but
But the other person actually wants to talk about Little Baby, and he's not being held hostage because he can't leave this room.
I'm here to support the culture.
And I'm here to talk about critters, the critter culture. Hashtag critter culture.
I didn't distinguish which culture. I just said culture.
Oh, I'm doing a different culture.
Anyway, it's my turn for the animal this week. I think.
Yeah, it is. I went first last time.
So my animal.
Mainly because I'm #1 though.
What? is a zebra.
Oh, shit.
Now, you may be thinking, Raymond, that's basic.
It's not that basic.
And you'd be wrong
Okay.
because these fellows are very interesting.
They have stripes.
They have stripes. I'll get to that. So their lifespan's about 25 years in the wild, which is pretty long. I don't know. I wonder how long horses live because they're like part of the horse family.
Yeah. A horse average lifespan.
I wonder how long they live in zoos.
25 to 30 years.
Well, there you go. I wonder what mammal, I don't think birds should count.
For what? Birds usually live a long time.
Yeah, but I mean ones with 4 legs.
Mammals? What were we asking? How long do they live?
Yeah, like the longest living one. Like
My
which
guess,
one lives
if I
the
had to take a
longest?
guess, elephant. I know tortoises live a long time,
Oh, you're right.
but they're not a mammal.
How long do Ella? 48, 70 years.
Damn.
Can you imagine?
Being alive for 70 years, I'll probably be alive.
Oh.
Actually, I hope not. Why is that?
What? Anyway, now you may not know this. There are 3 species of zebra.
I knew that.
There are 3 species of zebras, and all 3 are native to Africa.
Yeah.
And so you got the plain zebra. So they're like in grasslands. They're the most common ones you think of when you think of a zebra.
Yeah.
They roam the grasslands and the woodland of eastern and southern Africa. I'm reading now. Grevy zebras, which are, fun fact, named after a former king.
Legend.
Former king of France. His name was Jules Grevy.
Less hype.
And he was gifted a zebra from the king of Asbinia, whatever that is, in 1882. And that place is now known as Ethiopia, where the Grevy zebras reside, which is why they're called the Grevy zebras. And they're found in the dry, semi-desert areas of Kenya and Ethiopia. And then you got the mountain zebras. Now, these are probably my favorite.
Mountain zebras.
They live in the mountainous, whatever, how you ever say that, hilly habitats of another place in South Africa.
What are the other places?
I can't pronounce them.
Go for it.
Namibia, and then Angola. There's no Ia. It's just Angola.
Angola?
I guess.
Angola? I don't know. Never heard of those places.
One of those. Anyway, the Grevy zebra is the largest out of the 3. 1,000 pounds these suckers can weigh up to.
God damn.
That's pretty big. The next one is the plains zebra, and they're I think they weigh 850? They weigh 850, and then the smallest one's the mountain one, which is 800 pounds. So these are big guys. I can't imagine trying to lift a zebra.
Horses, just for average.
Oh my gosh, look at that, bro.
Average mass, 660 pounds. So are they bigger? Because I always imagine them smaller, if I'm being honest.
They're smaller than horses.
Okay.
They're like about 3 to 5 feet tall.
But they're just dense, because they're way heavier.
Yeah, they got a big trunk. Well, not that trunk.
They got a big belly. Look at that guy. He's smiling.
Smiling for the camera. He knows he's on camera.
These guys are nice. I always liked how their
That's a nice
hair, is it still called the mane?
Yeah.
Okay. I like how their mane sticks straight up.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about the zebra.
That one looks like a horse.
What's your favorite part about the zebra? Critterheads, leave a comment down below. Oh, goodness.
That one looks fake. I don't know why.
I think because it is.
Oh.
The lighting's 100% off.
Well, don't look at me.
I am looking at you.
Anyway, is that?
Those are 2 zebras.
Okay.
That was a 2-headed zebra?
Yeah, that would have been cool. Anyway. So I'm just looking for... Ooh, that's nice. Anyway, I'm looking for stuff. Mountain zebras can climb.
I can assume so.
They got
mountain goats are not as good.
I'm not sure. They have 1 foot or 1 toe. And they use that hoof to into the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look it up actually, because that's I didn't look it up before. Mountain zebra climbing. Did I type it right? No. Well, that's nice. They're just standing.
I know mountain goats can, I just looked it up. An ibex, a mountain goat, can climb up mountain slopes which exceed 60 to 80 degrees,
Oh wow.
which is really impressive,
Oh.
if you ask me.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway. They're closely related to horses and donkeys, but they're not the same species. They're part of the same family, the Equus family. Equus.
Yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce that.
Probably equus.
Anyway, you can't ride them like horses.
You can't.
You know, because they're smaller and they have different temperaments.
Huh.
I'll get to that more later, but they can chew you a new one.
I bet I could ride one.
I mean, I bet you could. They just kick you to death.
No, they like me.
No.
Well, I'd find one that'd like me.
I don't think that's anyway. But since at least the 19th century, which is the 1800s for you who didn't know, zebras have been bred with other equus, species, forming what is called zebroids. And
That's
so
that's a good word.
what's been made are zonkies.
Zonkies? I've heard of zonkies.
Oh, wait, no, it wasn't zonkies.
Okay.
It was zorses,
Zorses.
zonies,
Zonies.
and zedonks.
Zedonks?
That's for
Is it
donkey.
ZDONKS?
ZD, yeah.
Or ZED?
It's ZED and
They're just donkeys with like zebra boots. That's so cute.
that's pretty, yeah. But is the main thing of like doing that, breeding them with other ones, is to get the what they want to do is get the best out of both animals. And what they like from the zebras is that they're more resistant to like diseases than the other two.
Okay, gotcha.
So get like that. Plus they're pretty strong. They got thick bodies, as you said. And the most common feature, what do you think the most common feature on a zebra is?
The stripes.
It's actually their short mane. I'm just kidding. It's the stripes. And what?
It's actually their ankles.
There's stripe controversy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I was like, do you think they're white with black stripes or black with white stripes?
That wasn't the controversy.
Okay, but I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
No. Oh, I think they're white with black stripes because the scientists say they're white with black stripes.
Oh, okay.
Also,
I was gonna say that too, though.
their white's not like they have black underneath.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Wait, what do you mean they have black underneath?
Like it's not like this. Like underneath this is black.
Like their skin?
I guess.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
To me, it just doesn't correlate.
Well, they have skin underneath the fur.
So if you like,
If I what?
you like clawed at them.
I wouldn't do that. These guys are precious.
Oh my gosh! If a lion was clawing at a zebra,
Circle of life, baby.
I hate you.
Well, yeah, like they have. I mean, like animals when they have fur, you can shave them, and they no longer have fur, and they have skin now.
All right, for you fellow critter heads, I want you guys to go look up zebra, just the word zebra, and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't stop. No, it's like 74 pages down.
There's a cute image of a baby zebra, like
They'll see it.
prodding. Baby zebras are called.
Zonkies.
No, I forgot what they were called.
Zeds.
No.
Zebras.
Oh my gosh, it's a fola. Fola.
Fola.
Got that. They're called folas,
Fola.
and males are called
Fola.
stallions, like Megan.
Aren't all male horses called stallions though?
I mean, I guess. I mean,
I
this
guess so
one
that
just said
Equus
this. Anyway,
family.
why do you think zebras have stripes? That's the controversy.
Oh, like evolutionarily speaking?
Sure.
That's a good question. I don't know. There's definitely not camouflage because there's nothing that looks like that. I think it's like the pattern is so confusing it fucking scares predators.
That's one of the theories.
Sweet.
The thing is, scientists aren't sure.
Okay.
And they've debated it for over 150 years.
So it's like I'm better than scientists then.
I mean, that's one of the theories, and that's not the one that they've concluded.
Huh.
Anyway, like you said, they've ranged from camouflage to throw off predators to ways of signaling members of their own species and methods of regulating their temperature. I don't get that one.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense because I know like
Black?
black absorbs heat more. I guess it's just like a balance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe in a couple hundred years it'll be completely white.
So one of the reasons for the camouflage one, like the theory, is because lions are colorblind. So it's kind of like when everything's black and white.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate? Plus,
that's kind of crazy.
what?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Also, zebras are one of the few. I don't know if it's one of the few or the only that we believe actually see color.
Really?
Yeah, and the only color they can't see, orange.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
As we stand
for the listeners at home, I pointed a picture of them in a beautiful orange landscape. That's so interesting because I feel like I don't know how evolution works in the grand scheme of things, but you know how like you evolve to, for the most part, animals evolve to look like their surroundings because they can see their surroundings. That's kind of what? What are you laughing at?
You just come off the plane from London.
What? What does it even mean?
You said evolution.
Well, how did I say it?
Like evolution, something like that.
Evolution?
It was worse than like that.
Evolution. Do they say that? Is that how they say it in Britain?
I don't know. It's just the first place that I thought of that had an accent.
You can't think of another place that had an
I was
accent.
gonna say Australian, but
Australian. That's what these guys are from. I'm just kidding. No, okay, fine. Evolution. I don't know how it works, right?
that's like similarly.
Do people say that?
I've heard people say it. So whenever I read it that way.
Similarly?
I'm like,
I mean,
that's
that
so
is,
much fun.
that's like how it looks like it's spelled.
Yeah, no, I don't. No hate towards it. I just think I just like saying it like that because I've heard other people say.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Crap. Caramel or caramel? I feel like I've said both.
Yeah, but what do you say? What do you more say naturally? Like on instinct, which one do you say? Personally, I'm a caramel guy. I say caramel. What do you?
I just want to see an image to see like what pops in my head.
That's caramel. I shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to inform your opinion probably, but
I don't know.
For me, it's caramel. There's a lot of ones like that. I can't think of another one, but there's caramel and caramel.
It's 50-50 for me.
This one's not real, but for some reason I've always said this nut is almonds, but it's definitely almonds. I don't think anyone has ever said almonds. I think that Oh no, I've heard of almonds. I think like last year I realized when I heard my mom say almonds, and then I was like, oh, so that's where I get it from because my mom says it like that.
That's pretty cool.
That's
crazy, the stuff we pick up on from our parents.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't know if that's another regional one, or if it's just like, because my parents English is like their second language. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows? But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so I think it's cool that like evolution instead of like technically evolution. Sorry, instead of technically like evolving to their surroundings, it's evolving to how their predator sees.
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting. If that's true.
That's what I want to.
But I would imagine it.
I would like to study the rainforest frog.
Oh, why is that?
It just looks really cool.
I don't know how many animals actually can see color, but I do know that I've heard very frequently that shrimp have a wider color
what does shrimp look like?
Thing than we do.
Shrimp
can see more colors.
Dang, these look like cool things.
Shrimp can see more colors than we do, is what I've heard.
He's clean.
Can shrimp see more colors?
Shrimps are cool looking.
Humans can process 3 channels of color, red, green, and blue, while mantis shrimp perceive the world through 12 channels of color.
Dang.
And can detect UV and polarized light, aspects of light humans can access with the naked eye. That's crazy that these motherfuckers walk around like that. They got the MF fucking mods on their eyes. I hope my I don't know if my bloodline will continue, but I hope somewhere down the line my spiritual successors will be able to see UV light. That'd be pretty cool. Also, I looked up the difference between a zonkey and a zadonk. Do you know the difference?
No, I just saw that and I was like, I'll take your word for it. I'm not an expert, I'm an enthusiast.
An individual is only classed as a zonkey if it is sired from a male zebra and a female donkey.
Oh.
As one that has a male donkey and a female zebra parents is known as a zadonk.
Zadonk. That's such a funny name.
Zadonk is a little funny. Zonky they're both pretty good names. Anything with a Z, really.
Anyway, the most likely theory for why they have stripes, it's not as glamorous.
Damn.
It's
just looks cool.
A form of pest control. So, because horses are their closest relative, they found that horses were bitten disproportionately more by flies than zebras in the same conditions.
Really?
And so,
because they don't like the color? Why is that?
I'm not sure. That's what they have here.
Huh.
But that's the study they did, and it's not as glamorous. It's not just for decoration.
Not as epic.
Again, this is the most likely theory. This isn't like scientific fact. Yeah. But this is the study they did. Anyway, the stripes are cool regardless, and they're also like our fingerprints.
Like there's no two are the same?
No two are the same. They're unique, baby.
Cool.
Which is pretty crazy considering.
That's unique, baby.
I mean, look at that.
They look similar, but boy, are they different.
Yeah. I can't tell the difference, though.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know which one, I guess that one's different because that kind of droops there, and this one doesn't. It doesn't droop as much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It also has a social purpose, so they can recognize one another. But a mother zebra, when she has her foal, or Fola. What's one of those two?
I think foal sounds familiar.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those. But when it's born, like the mom doesn't want the zebra to interact with any like other zebra other than her. Like by her side at all time for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Just so like you can get the scent and
Uh-huh.
like that's my mom.
That's my mama.
That's my mom. You're my mom.
Boogie,
It's a foal. Anyway, when they're born, they have reddish brown stripes.
Really?
Yeah. So when they
How's
grow,
that look?
I looked it up. I was like, man,
Let me
that's
get a look at that. Let me get a look at that. So then they're definitely wet with black stripes.
You can see it. You can see it.
Oh yeah, you can see it in like the light and shit.
Look, a Bambi MF.
That's cute.
Cute, yeah.
Cute little motherfucker.
Anyway, not only do they vary, and they become darker over time, but not only do they vary, they vary by species as well. So the Grevy zebra has more narrow vertical stripes covering its entire body, including its ears and mane, while the striping pattern for the plain zebra varies by location, which is pretty.
That is interesting.
That's interesting. And so they either have black striping and a primarily white body color, or lighter dark brown stripes overall. So it's not all black.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are like dark brown.
Some of them are dark brown.
I like the
reddish.
the black ones personally. The reddish ones are cool too. Too bad they're just babies at that point.
Yeah. What is that I'm looking at? I'm looking at what looks like a zero, but it's black with white stripes.
Rare
white
foal
dots.
with polka dots spotted in Kenya.
Whoa.
Dude.
That's a polka dotted zebra.
That's a polka dotted zebra.
That's a polka dotted zebra.
It's called a foal, but
That foal. Polka dotted.
Mountain
Come on,
zebras.
give me
I
that.
don't really care about them.
Did you hear what I said?
I mean,
Did you hear what I said though?
no.
I said what did I say? I said polka dots.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
We should call the podcast that.
Okay.
Kind of like Rats to Riches.
Yeah, we can workshop the podcast name.
No one will understand that besides us.
Yeah. That's fine. They don't need to.
Anyway,
One day when we get big and we'll go on the Tonight Show,
What?
and Jimmy Fallon's like, "What do you guys mean by that?"
I'm good.
Yeah, I would not want to talk to Jimmy Fallon either.
Nah, never mind. Anyway, they're herbivores.
Shave that beard and we'll talk, Jimmy.
So what? I like him with a beard. What?
I don't like him with a beard.
I like him with a beard.
I don't though.
He looks less like a frog.
I could see that.
Anyway,
I just see a frog with a beard though.
Kermit with the beard, perhaps. Anyway, they're herbivores, so they spend most of the
Classic.
time looking for food or grass and
They ain't gotta look
drinking
far.
water. But yeah, they also eat leaves, shrubs, twigs, and bark. And they got teeth well adapted for grazing. Look at these suckers.
These teeth are form fitted for grazing.
They got molars. They got incisors, whatever
Molars.
the hell that means.
Incisors.
Yeah. But yeah, for crushing and grinding. So
Crushing and grinding.
they be on the grind.
They
One
be
thing
on
about
their grind.
zebras,
they're on their
They
grind.
grind. They're like little baby.
They're like little baby in the sense that they're always on their grind.
Yeah. I was gonna say little blue penguins because they also associate with that
With what?
little baby.
Oh,
I feel like all my animals in a way resort to little baby or
I think that says something
resemble
about. I think that
little
says something about you.
yeah, struggle.
That's not it.
That's what he did, where he came from.
Yeah, he did.
Saw his own best friend get shot.
Not so
and
much
murdered.
about you though.
What?
So if you
You're
saw
white
me, if you
passing,
saw
bro.
me get shot and murdered, would you become a rapper?
No. Not everyone's a little baby.
Yeah. I guess not. What would that lead you? What would that lead for you? What path would you see yourself going down if you saw me get shot and murdered?
Probably move out.
Move down to Phoenix.
Couldn't pay my rent.
Couldn't find my rent anymore.
Probably move into the dorms.
Move down to Phoenix. Move into Riley Hall.
Ooh, no.
Why not?
You
You
hear
could just
all the
become.
chaos
You
that
could
comes
just.
with
You
it?
could just become one of the chaotic ones, and Jacob would never know.
Dude, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could actually pull that prank.
When we rebuild his car.
Yeah, but just put a bike in his room. So when he wakes up, he just sees a bike.
Jacob just wakes up and
Oh, crap.
there's like a bike in front of
He
his.
listens to this. I was actually gonna do it.
You're gonna put a bike in his?
I
can
was
cut it
planning
out.
to.
I could cut it out.
No, just keep it in.
Well, no, because I mean, just
when he
'cause
wakes up, he'll know.
Well, just I mean, like even if he expects it, like one day he's gonna wake up with a bike in his room. You know what I mean?
He's not gonna do anything.
He's not gonna do anything.
He's not gonna know.
He's not gonna
He's
know.
not gonna know what day it's gonna be.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
could be a year from now.
Yeah, we're
He'll
gonna
never
give
know.
Jacob like crazy paranoia and anxiety every time he leaves his dorm. He's like, I might come back and there will be a bike there.
Dude, that's so funny. I honestly think we should do that.
One day, next time Jacob's
Wait,
gone.
does he have
home,
a key? How does he get into his room?
Key.
We're gonna have to replicate it when he's here.
I was gonna replicate the key. Oh, here's what we're gonna do. Next time he's here, he
Someone
forgets
has
his
to
keys.
stall him. One of us has to stall him.
He forgets his keys.
Yeah.
Frequently. I'm gonna get a piece of Play-Doh,
He forgot his keys last time?
mold around his keys.
He did.
He did. He forgot his keys last time.
One thing about Jacob. He always forgets stuff.
So I'm gonna get a key. I'm gonna get his room key. I'm gonna put it in a thing of Play-Doh, mold it so I can get a mold, and then from that we're gonna get a copy of the key. And then next time he's out of town, shove a bunch of bikes in there.
I don't know about that. I just wanted to do one like so when he wakes up, there's just a bike next to him.
We should just, you have a bike. Never mind. I was gonna say we should ask someone a bike, but you have a bike.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be your bike or are you gonna get a different bike?
I mean, I'm not gonna use it, so we can use my bike.
Okay. I've seen his room. There's plenty of space for bikes. I've been in there. I watched a movie in there. There's plenty of room for a bike.
Sweet.
But
Sounds like a good plan.
that's such a stupid prank.
I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good though. He's never gonna know what hit him.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. Those are like the best pranks. Is the thing though. That's the thing about pranks.
Like when I pranked you.
You've never. When was the last time you pranked me?
I've definitely pranked you before.
I don't remember.
When I
Oh.
tap you on the shoulder and you looked one way.
Yeah, that's a prank.
Those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good. I haven't fallen for that in a long time though.
That's just not true.
That's literally true.
That's just not true.
You're gonna blaspheme me like this on the podcast?
You just fly in from London.
I said that word right. You shouldn't I?
Blasphemy?
No, I said, did you blaspheme me?
What does that mean?
Like the current tense verb of blasphemy. Like you blasphemer.
You can believe that if you want. Anyway, so I need that. Anyway. So, just because zebras are herbivores, stop. You son of a. You're so cool.
I know I am.
Like a zebra, I'm gonna chew you.
I'm gonna put a bike in your room.
I'm gonna chew you.
I'm gonna put a bike in your room.
Whatever.
And it won't be yours.
That bike.
Won't be your bike though. I'm gonna tear apart Felicia and rebuild her in your room.
Hey, you wish. You can't even lift the fucking door off the tinges.
Oh,
I don't know where that.
Oh, the car door.
I'm sorry.
The fucking door office.
Anyway,
I could though.
So because zebras are,
I'll tear apart the door.
So because zebras are herbivores, you may think they're nice and friendly. While they are elegant and peaceful, they are aggressive.
They will slap a bitch.
So yeah, they will slap a hoe. So stallions, like when they fight for females,
yeah,
they got powerful kicks, strong enough
Classic.
to even kill.
Ooh.
Not just humans.
Not me though.
Themselves.
I could take a zebra.
They also
kick.
can bite with those molars. You see those molars?
I saw the molars. I could take a zebra kick.
But their predators include leopards, lions,
Lepers,
hyenas, and
hyenas,
cheetahs.
cheetahs.
And so they use
Dogs.
their fierce fighting skills to fend those boys off. And when under threat, especially like when there's an injured one, like injured zebra, they will form a semicircle around that zebra and around the attacker to like ward them off. And even when there's not an injured one, they will semicircle to like be like, hey, get the hell away from here. Yeah, they kind of posture up.
That's like when your teammate gets downed in Fortnite, you gotta go revive him.
Yeah, so they're all for one and one for all.
It's exactly like that.
Oh,
Just like
dude,
Fortnite.
I was watching a reaction today for a Little TJ song. Shout out to Little TJ. And so, no, it has to do with Fortnite.
Oh, okay. I'm
And
listening.
so, but he was like,
I'm wearing my Fortnite shirt underneath this.
there was something, I forgot the bar, but so it was like some in this car till it can't drive no more. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then one of the guys was like, man, he was like, shout out to Little TJ like for this line, to the this metaphor or whatever. And then the friend's like, yeah, it's just like Fortnite, man. When you drive the car and it runs out until it runs out of gas. And the dude's reaction was just like after he says it, he's like, and he's like, what does Fortnite have to do with this? And he's like, it's like Fortnite when you.
It's like Fortnite when you drive the car.
But they have
and it runs out of
accents, so
gas.
it makes it funnier. They know what they're doing.
What do you mean by that?
They know what they're doing. They know that they have like kind of personas because they have this accent, so they kind of play into it.
What do you mean by that?
Okay. Anyway, what else? Oh yeah, they're always on the lookout for danger. So specifically the plain zebras, but like when one of them has to stay awake when all go to sleep to like
gotta
look
out.
and it's pretty easy because they sleep standing up.
That's awesome.
They have lockoutable joints. Is that the word? No, that's not.
They can lock their joints.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I forgot where it is.
These guys are awesome.
But for deep sleep, they do need to lay down like horses. But
horses lay down when they sleep. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure. I've seen horses lay
I
down.
want to see what that looks like. Horse sleeping.
But they even have like different like warnings for like when a predator like comes. Like plain zebras
Like
have a different
screams?
like pitch scream than a mountain zebra, for instance. And the gravies is the least. They're very sociable animals. Very sociable.
They look like it.
Gravies are the least sociable.
Damn.
But when one fellow's gravy zebra is under attack, they're going in.
Look up a zebra sleeping. I found a really wholesome picture. They're like two zebras like facing each other, and they're like resting their heads on the other one's back. That one right there. Third one.
This one?
Yeah, look at that.
Are you serious?
Like they're like
They're
like
sleeping?
they look like their eyes are closed, and they're like leaning their head on each other. That's cute. But
Alright.
that one looks like he's just out. You know, Pepper stands up when she sleeps.
You're lying.
Yeah, you know when you see her laying down, it's just because she's so tired from laying down all day.
You're so.
Why would Pepper stand up when she sleeps? That's on you for believing that.
That's on me?
Yeah, it's on you for
So
believing
even if we
that.
have such a weird dog that I would believe it.
That dog's not that weird.
Dude, how's it feel to get on like that?
You've never owned me. My dog's not that weird.
That's just not true,
She just
bro.
makes weird noises.
Bro, like little baby, I
She
drop
acts
bars constantly,
normal.
bro.
She just makes weird noises.
That's just not. She doesn't act normal. She's just like a frog.
She doesn't act like a frog. You shouldn't die.
I said she sits like a frog.
I said that's not true. That's how dogs sit. Dogs don't lay down.
No, it's not.
That's not how she sleeps.
Yes,
Wait, you talking about when she like spreads her legs? Dogs do that all the time. No, for real, though, dogs do that all the time.
They don't look like Pepper when they do it.
Well, yeah, because she's fucking shaped like a freak, but dogs do that.
It's so funny.
Dogs do that.
Bro, she
You're not
looks
gonna
like a frog,
slander
bro.
my dog on this podcast.
I kind of just did though.
She lays down like a normal dog. They have a word
she
for.
doesn't.
They have a word for when dogs do that.
What's the word?
It's called like splorting or something. Look up splorting. See, splooting. Eat shit and die. How's it feel to get owned like that?
This does not look like a frog.
How does it feel to get? That's because she has fat legs.
I'm saying she looks like a frog. I'm not saying all dogs don't do that.
I know. But I'm saying she doesn't act different. She just looks different.
Okay, that's what I mean. She looks different.
Okay, well then say what you mean then. Say what you mean what you say.
This does not look like that.
That's because you have a picture of a frog. Look at a picture of Pepper laying down.
I said she. I said she looks like a frog.
But she doesn't.
No, she does.
That frog's dead, by the way. Thanks for showing me that. That frog is dead. Top 5 animals, and you just showed me. What?
I put Pepper looking like a frog.
There you go.
Oh
Look at
my
that one.
gosh,
Look at that
this
one. That one looks like a frog.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it. Oh my god.
That's fast out, bro.
You just have a bias
That
against
just
my
looks like
dog.
a dead. That looks like
You have a
dead
bias
man.
against my dog because she's brown.
What? No, she's not.
Because she's. Yes, she is.
She's like black.
She's black with brown on her.
No, I know. I've seen the brown.
Oh, okay. She's black and brown, and she has got a little bit of blue in her blood, and that's why she costs so much. Because my parents bought her from a breeder.
She has blue.
She has blue in her. I don't support buying dogs from breeders. Adopt, don't shop.
Blue, like on her fur.
Well, they call that dogs have blue, but it's really just like a lighter gray. But yeah, it's technically called blue. She's got it in her blood at least. I haven't really noticed it in her hair, if I'm being honest. But I don't look too. She's getting some gray hairs because she's fucking old.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
She doesn't sleep like a frog though.
Yeah.
Or she sleeps like a regular dog, but she lays down like a frog on a real hot day.
Oh, look at the humanity in that zebra's eyes.
I'm trying to sleep like a log on a frog.
Anyway, zebras defend their herd and territory.
Their
It's called a
turd?
herd. By kicking,
turd?
biting, and pushing predators.
Their turd?
You're so cool. At least I have a dog that doesn't look like a frog.
That's not true. That's not true. My dogs look like a frog.
Their most common form of self-preservation. What do you think their most common form of self-preservation is?
What is it? What does self-preservation mean?
Like defending from predators.
What is their most common one?
Yeah.
Running away.
You earn the prize. They run 40 to 55 miles per hour.
And I've seen the nature documentaries.
Okay.
These motherfuckers can run like no other.
Yeah.
Not as fast as me though. I could run pretty fast.
They're very social animals. They live together in large groups. And a herd, guess what a herd of zebras is called?
A herd.
What it's also called?
Oh, a cattle.
Dazzle.
Oh, that's good.
D-A-Z-Z-L-E.
No shit.
Hear that flow? I'm like a little TJ.
There was no flow there.
Hear that flow? Oh
What
my
the
gosh,
fuck
look at
was-
this guy. He's
I
catching
thought he was laying down.
Aw, they're like looking at you.
I thought I had wings there for a second.
Me too. Ooh.
No, I feel
Aw,
like we're
look at
dodging a very important zebra. When are we going to talk about Marty the zebra from Madagascar?
That was never going to come up.
It wasn't?
As they migrate to new They also have super herds when they migrate to new grounds. That's over like
Super
they can
herds.
get up to 1,000 zebras.
Jeez.
Yeah, imagine seeing 1,000 zebras walking towards you.
I could.
Okay.
I say.
They also can team up with other grazers.
Like other like gazelles and shit.
Yeah, so like antelope and wildebeest, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty
Like,
cool.
what's up, my fellow grazer?
Come on, man.
Graze head.
What's up, my grazers?
The
Any grazers in the chat?
the females are called mares. So it's usually one dominant male, 7 or several females called mares, and then they're young, called foals.
Aren't horses called mares too?
I mean,
I've heard that
part of
before.
the same family.
I know, I've heard that before. I just want to make sure I'm not crazy.
And when they're between 1 and 3 years old, the males, they leave for bachelor herds,
My man.
all male groups,
Yep.
where they stay until they're old enough
Boys only.
and strong enough to compete for females.
Oh. I thought they were just hanging, playing video games.
And then plain zebras have their own little groups called harems. So within social groups, they have their own little family groups, which is pretty
That's
nice.
cute.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other stuff.
Go for it.
Grevy zebras follow a less formal social structure than the other ones, like where it's just a male or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
But they are endangered.
Really?
Nearly all of them are endangered.
What?
So all three species are on the endangered species list.
Huh.
The Grevy's is the most endangered, with fewer than 2,000 remaining.
Wow.
But the survival
That's crazy.
of the mountain zebra and the plains are also of great concern. Mountain zebras have fewer than 3,500 individuals remaining, and the plain zebras are near threatened, declining with populations of 150,000 to 250,000. And humans are the biggest threat and reason for the decline due to hunting
Fur?
and habitat destruction. Probably. Let me see. I mean, maybe.
I'd assume so. I mean, do they eat zebras?
I would assume. I don't know. But on a lighter note.
On a lighter note.
Only 6 minutes after being born, foals can stand up. After 20 minutes, they can walk, and after 40 minutes, they can run.
That's crazy.
Putting us to shame.
Yeah, that's insane.
Took you
6
like, what,
minutes?
7 years to learn how to walk?
Me? You think I went to kindergarten not being able to walk? Crawling my ass around first grade.
I remember I cried on the first day of kindergarten.
I did too. Come on, man.
It might have been first grade. I think I hid under the teacher's desk.
I just.
I wanted my mom.
I remember. I want my mom.
I didn't say that.
But okay, but you've been going to school since preschool.
Yeah, so what? So many other kids.
Well, my mommy.
I was
I
only
know,
half
but-
of preschool because I was that smart. I'm just kidding. They just put me in
What
halfway.
happened then? If you're that smart, then
What do you mean?
you
I
just
have a 4.0 GPA right now.
okay, art student.
I have a 4. And you see the stats, those are the numbers, bro. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
It's
Anyways,
like bars don't lie.
Yep. So my first day of kindergarten, I didn't go to preschool because I'm not a fucking loser. So I went to kindergarten. I was on the streets learning the real stuff.
What do you mean by that? Shut up.
So when I went in first day of kindergarten,
Locking joints. That's the word.
my dad dropped me off at school, and I didn't even like my dad. But I took one look at my teacher, and I turned back and immediately ran to my dad, and I was like, I want to go home. Did not like kindergarten, but I manned up for the rest of my life, and I've never cried since.
That's just not true. I've seen you cry at Big Hero 6. But not to say there's anything wrong with that. That was a good movie.
I mean, I think I've cried every time I've seen that movie.
But
along with most movies.
what was I gonna say? There was something about zebras I was gonna say.
You want your mommy?
Oh, it was So preschool, my mom drops me off.
Uh-huh.
She goes to work, and then I sit in like the teacher's lap because they're like, "Let's sing a song for our new student."
That's awful.
So they're singing me a song. The kids are just sitting there in front of me, and they're singing me a song, and then I just get up and sit into my assigned little carpet
shit
seat.
your pants right.
And then that's where I met my first crush.
Oh,
She sat right next to
preschool?
me. Yeah, I told you this.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. Like I know you told that, but I didn't really process in my head that you were 4 years old and you had your first crush.
Yeah, she like sat right next to me in the green square. I was the red square.
Oh, in the green square?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Things are getting hot and heavy in the green square. I don't think I felt love until
I was a
I mean, when was my first crush?
hell. She wants to hit me up.
Mine was 3rd grade. I remember that. She was what was her name again? I'm not going to say that on the podcast. But
I mean, you can bleep it out.
Was it Sierra?
Sienna.
God damn it. Because you have a friend, or you have that person
She's
right
on
now. I know, but you have that person.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll bleep it out if I remember.
I mean, it's not like she watches this.
It's not like you have any contact with her.
Besides, like, Instagram, but
Yeah.
I don't think she follows
You
me
should,
back.
you should text her.
No.
Hey, what's up, baby mama? Remember the green square?
Give me 6 months.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Sienna? Remember the green square?
The rare golden zebra. This is real.
That's nice. I like that. Yeah, I remember I had. So did you do anything with your crush? Like, did you make any advances?
I almost kissed her.
What? In 4th grade? Or when you were 4 years old in preschool?
Kindergarten, 1st grade. No, here's what happened.
Okay,
so
I need to hear
we
this.
we were big fans of Scooby Doo. Like, I don't know. So we formed like a little Scooby Doo thing.
Ooh,
So I was Fred.
Ooh.
She was Daphne.
Ooh.
And then there was a Velma, Scooby, Shaggy.
Yeah, fuck them though.
I think it was 1st grade because I think Jonathan was Shaggy. Yeah.
full Christian name, baby.
I'm pretty sure he was Shaggy, and then somebody was Scooby.
He looks like Shaggy.
He might have
Somebody
been
was Scooby?
I think Renee was Scrappy. Or he might have been Shaggy.
makes sense.
One of those.
Classic.
Or Scooby. Anyway.
Classic Renee.
So we did like that during recess. We would be
Yeah,
Scooby Doo
yeah.
and everything.
Some role play.
And so she was doing something else that day.
Uh-huh.
So this recess day. And then she was like, Raymon, pretend to kiss me. Like, she was like a princess, like laying down.
Uh-huh.
And so like True Love's
She's
kiss.
like, and you're the frog.
No, like True Love's kiss. You know, you have to wake the princess up. All right.
She's like, Remy, you look like a frog. Kiss
All
me.
right. You're so funny.
No, keep talking.
So, like True Love's, you kiss and they wake up.
Yeah.
She's like, do that. And I was like, no, because you're
What
like ill
the-
girls. And so
Ew, girls.
that's how you always are when you're a kid.
Yeah. It was like that too.
And so, I was like, no. She's like, do it or I'm not gonna do the Scooby Doo thing anymore. So I was like, oh, okay. And so I had to pretend to kiss her. And they're like, because she had her eyes closed. She's like, did she do it? Did he do it? And then the people around her were like, yeah.
You just lean down and go, but didn't actually make any contact.
Yeah, I didn't make any contact. If I made contact, I'm pretty sure she would have slapped me.
Yeah.
Told the teacher.
I'm glad you didn't. But that's interesting. I would have just made like a sound.
That's what I did.
I know, but I wouldn't have like let little down. I just would have been like,
Oh,
so she would have heard it.
That's
That's
my story.
crazy. And anything else after that?
No game sense.
No game. You used up all your game that day.
Yeah.
Wait, how long did she go to school with you?
In 4th grade, her name was like meet the teacher night, before school started. And so, there was like name tags for like where you're going to sit. And so I'm like looking for my name tag. I see her name tag and I'm like, didn't show up for 4th grade. And I was like, bro, I was so sad. I was so sad.
That's a really sad way to actually find that out.
Yep.
That's horrible.
Now you wonder why I can't talk to women.
And that makes sense. We're getting deep. We're getting into the minds of the critter. What are our names?
Ooh. Critter heads?
Critter kings?
No.
I don't want to be critter kings.
Me neither.
Critter connoisseurs. This is off the top.
Animal enthusiasts.
Oh yeah, we're the animal enthusiasts. So we're getting really deep into the minds of the animal enthusiasts.
Yeah.
That's so sad. I'm so sorry.
Thanks.
I remember my first day when I went to school with you guys. When I showed up in 5th grade.
Hold on.
I'm
I'm just kidding.
They had those like names, right? And there was one that said Danny, and I was like,
Hey.
it's got to be me. So I sat down, and then like we were doing like some sort of roll call, and the teacher was just like, well, she like looked at the table and she's like, "You're not Danny." I'm like, "What? I'm not." And it turned out there was another Danny.
My middle name's Eduardo.
Daniel Eduardo Gonzalez. That's me. And then he's like, "No, you're under Daniel." And I said, "Damn."
Dang.
All right,
That's terrible.
Because the other Danny had.
I just wanted to do it. They
Yeah,
both left for what was that stupid school's name? St. Thomas.
L. St. Thomas. Yeah, this was my first day of Catholic school, and I was already the second Daniel.
Damn.
And, but then I sat down next to Chris and
Shut
Chris.
Known
And
as Bush as well.
yeah, and then first day that day, I was like sad because I was like, oh, not sad. I was like, that's embarrassing. That was embarrassing what just happened to me. And that's why for like the next couple of years, I was known as Danny G because I was the second Danny. Always second. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
But first day, it was like pull out your folders and shit. And this kid next to me, Chris. I was fucking surrounded by Chris's. There was one on my left and one on my right. The one on my right pulled out an Angry Birds in Space folder, and I said, "Holy shit, dude, you are fucking with me right now." And I pulled out an Angry Birds folder too, and we bonded like that, como esos. And then we never really became close friends, but we were like cool. We were like chill.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. He was my gym buddy.
Really?
Oh yeah, like we were both like. I'm pretty sure that's why I was consistent for so long because like he was my buddy. And then college.
Yeah, college. It'll do that too.
I mean, I was consistent in college, and then
and then you weren't consistent.
Last Boys Giving happened.
Yeah.
And that started the decline.
Yeah.
It's almost been a year I've been struggling with this shit. Anyway.
The end of it all.
That's all I got on zebras.
You want to know the first story I had with my crush?
Sure.
Okay, before I do that, though. This... No fucking way! We've been talking for 50 minutes about zebras?
I told you I had a lot on zebras.
Get ready for a longer episode, boys, because I got one story for in the middle.
How many? It was like 5:34. Okay.
I don't remember this girl. Because this is my first crush. I'm telling you a story first.
Okay.
It's actually a much more interesting story, so I might not tell the story of my first crush. But this girl was sitting next to me in second grade. We're like, for reference, for the rest of the story, we were at the front of the class. We were the front row. It was like tables, and we were like 2 people in each row. And it was like a couple rows. And I was sitting next to this girl. And she asked me something. And then she's like, "You want to see something?" And I was like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" Like, I was like, "Sure, I'll see something. I'll take a look at something." And she pulled down her shorts. And then I saw that there was nothing there. Because I was second. No, this was first grade. I was 6 at this point. And I was like, "Hey, where's your thing?" And she's like, "I don't have one." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And she didn't like pull her shorts down enough where I saw what women actually have. And I still didn't get that question answered for me until like 5th grade. But I just thought they had nothing down there. Smooth like a Ken doll. And I was like, "What? There's no way."
How do you bathroom?
Where does it go? And then I just didn't get that question answered until I was in like 5th grade.
That's amazing.
I definitely didn't pull my shorts down because I did not want to do that in the fucking front row of class. And I don't remember what that girl's name was. I don't remember anything about her other than she didn't have a thing. She didn't have a little penis.
She didn't have a thing.
She didn't have anything down there.
She was thingless.
She was thingless like a Ken doll.
Anyway, that's all I got on zebras.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about Animal Movie. That was so good.
That was pretty funny.
Oh man.
The beginning of it was terrible.
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow burn.
Yeah. I just kept talking about zebras. So what's your animal?
So I'm just gonna say this. No, stop. Don't put your. So this was inspired by a dear critterhead of ours and close friend. Yep, I'm talking about the hedgehog this week. Jacob, you missed your chance, and I'm swooping in there like a hawk. No, I'm talking about a flying squirrel.
Oh.
Let me tell you a quick story before, though. So, if you guys for you critterheads who follow the at a Critters Cast on Instagram, you'll have noticed, they look so cute. You'll have noticed that our dear friend of the show, Gabe and Watch, went around his school campus over in Notre Dame in Indiana and posted flyers advertising our podcast. I don't think I told you this, but we actually did get a couple of followers.
He goes to Notre Dame.
I said that already.
We got a couple. How do you know?
I'll tell you how I know. Well, I got a couple of followers, period. We got like 4 followers that I've never heard of. But I'm pretty sure they're from that because they happened right after he put those flyers up, like the next 2 days. And one of them, when I clicked on the account,
No way.
was based off Notre Dame.
Oh, no.
It was Notre Dame. What? What'd you think?
I thought it was his girlfriend.
Why doesn't... Hey, Game and Watch, why doesn't your girlfriend follow the account? Anyways, so, but he called me afterwards, and he was like, right when I was going to put up my first poster, as I was about to, like, tape it,
oh my gosh,
a squirrel ran up to him and just, like, went to his foot and, like, looked at him. And his little squirrel was there. And he's like, I think it was a sign that the critters are welcoming the podcast. And so I thought that was cute, but...
So why not a squirrel?
I didn't want to talk about squirrel because...
I see what you mean now.
Because
from our previous
yeah.
conversation.
Because I was like, there's not much to squirrels. I was like... You know, I gotta love squirrels. I love a good squirrel. Don't get me wrong. We see squirrels up here sometimes.
What is that?
But I thought, wait a minute, flying squirrels exist. So, Gabe, I'm sorry that's not an exact squirrel, but
that's what they look
but
like.
thank you for your help, and I love you.
Species of giant flying squirrel.
Yeah, so since there's actually 50 species of them.
What?
Or over 50 species.
Bro, you're joshing me.
I'm not. So they're omnivores, so they'll eat whatever the fuck they want.
Really?
Yeah. They can grow. They vary a lot in size and color because from size they can vary from either 3 inches all the way to 2 feet. I framed the camera for like the previous height though, so if you want to just. So they can be anywhere from 3 inches to 2 feet. So they got a lot of range. They can be anywhere from 3.5 ounces. This shows up Raymond just looked up the words 3 inches and a picture of his own penis shows up. That's crazy.
Well, you're funny.
Come on, man. Give me that though. Give me that.
My
I'm
shoe
in there.
size is 5'12" for those of you.
5'12"?
Okay. Danny's a size 7, females.
Yep, size 7, female. How's it doing? How's it going?
We mentioned
That's how I introduce myself to
on
people.
the way to the podcast. We were talking about our shoe sizes. I brought it up for some reason.
Well, because I brought it up because I got Heelys. I'm wearing Heelys without the heels because I want to learn how to use Heelys. They got these new Pac-Man ones, and I said, Raymond, you should learn how to Heelys. We can learn how to Heelys together. And he said I would, but I don't know if they have my size. And then that's when we talked. And then from there, anyways, so they can go anywhere from 3.5 ounces to 5.5 pounds. So like I said, a lot of range. They have an average lifespan of about 5 years. They can soar from 150 feet to 500 feet. What's so funny?
Nothing. Go on.
I really want to know. This is a comedy
500
podcast.
feet?
500 feet.
From
150 to 500 feet.
Interesting.
But
They can't
technically,
fly?
they don't fly. They glide. So they just like, and they release the little wingsuits and they just fucking
Like Batman.
like Batman. They don't have their own means of propulsion, which is what we're just talking about. But they glide using a furry membrane called the patagium that connects from their wrists to their ankles.
Dang, that's insane.
And when they spread them out, it forms a little square. That just gets them go. Ooh.
Oh, that's a cute one.
I would like to see one in person. I would like to train one so I can throw it and it just comes back to me, like a boomerang. Flying squirrel. Oh no.
That's a super.
Squirrel girl.
Oh, I forgot about her.
I love Squirrel Girl. It's not hard, 2 minutes.
I always hit the wrong button.
But yeah, so they technically don't fly, blah, blah, blah. They can turn by lowering one arm. Pretty simple stuff. And here's what's cool. They have a special piece of cartilage. You know what cartilage is, right?
Yeah.
They have a special piece of cartilage that is not found in other gliding mammals that supports the patagium and helps them steer. So if you look up, hold on, look at this one right here. So if you guys take a look at the photos of a flying squirrel, you see that where their hands are, the little square doesn't end there because they have a piece of cartilage that sticks out a little bit further. You see that? You see what I'm looking at with the hands? Can I get a confirmation?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little piece of cartilage that pops out. I think I'm blocking you when I do this. There's a piece of cartilage that pops out of the little like wrists almost, and it helps them like steer. It's like little like things to like help them steer. I don't really know how physics works. There's gonna be a lot of things where like for this flying squirrel,
Singing a Jack Carlos song about driving.
there's gonna be a lot of things where like I'm gonna say this, and you're just gonna have to trust me on this because I don't know much about physics.
It's out front for those of you who don't know. Go on.
So I don't completely know how those cartilage helps, but the science say they do. So you have to trust me because our physics teacher did not succeed.
Shout out to David.
Hackmaster on Twitch. Don't go to his Twitch account. I don't know if he still streams.
I don't think so.
He fell off. They can make this was interesting. They can just do 180-degree turns in midair to avoid predators.
Whoa.
So if like there's like an out, so
like the other line.
yeah, so just like
Okay.
boom, boom.
So they can just.
So, yeah, so they can just. It's like if an owl's falling, they go ooh.
Oh, I don't want that.
Ooh, none of that. And then they like
None
break.
of that jazz.
Speaking of breaking, I would say they pull the brakes. Their tails work as their little brakes. The tails like stabilize them, but then they just flick them upwards, and it's like a brake, and then they like stop. They like slow down their tracks.
So like when the coyote's like hanging over the ledge and he just stops.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean.
What?
What
When
do
he
you mean?
runs off and he just stops and he's like
in the Looney Tunes,
and holds up his side
and he goes,
then,
boom, and then he looks down and he pulls up,
yeah,
row,
they
and
just
then
kind of like stop like that.
yeah, and then it's like I don't think they stop fucking full force.
I thought that's
But-
what you meant.
It looks like physics failed you too. No, but like they pull up their tail and it just like slows them down like a brake, like brakes on a car would.
Oh.
Direct movements. They can direct their movements by moving their hands and feet so that they can land safely on their nice little padded feet. A nice little padded feet to crush their falls. They go boop, 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 to stop. I already said this. They have 50 species. They can range anywhere from North America into Central America. And then they can also, there's a bunch of species that live over in Southeast and Northern Asia and then range into like Siberia and Scandinavia. So they are like on two sides of the, they're on like two sides of the map, but they're in a little thing. So it's kind of interesting that they have like a wide range, but they're still in like those little sections. What does that say?
Whoa, am I a flying squirrel? Wait, am I a flying squirrel?
Oh, but it's a picture of a regular squirrel.
Oh, is it? Dang it. Stupid. When you want to fly. People look up flying squirrel memes. And to pop up.
Flying squirrel memes, you'll get a couple good ones.
But this is one of the best photos I've seen of animals.
That is a good photo. That's not even a flying squirrel. He's just fucking
Are you
living
serious?
a dream. Yeah, he's got no patagium.
Oh my god.
He's got no patagium, bro. Patagium. Their diets can vary from insects to nuts and seeds, and fungi to eggs, and then to fruit. They live in woodpecker holes, abandoned bird nests, or cavities in a tree. So if a bird decides to leave their nest, they'll be like, "I'm gonna settle in."
I'm a bee.
Some flying squirrels have only one mating. No one cares about their fucking mating cycle. Their endangerment levels. Here's the kicker. It actually ranges a lot, depending because like 50 species. Some of them are stable, thankfully. Others are endangered. It just depends on like where they are and whatever. For example, in the United States, the northern flying squirrels are endangered in Pennsylvania, because not only do they face habitat loss from development, like land and like construction stuff, damn capitalism, but there's also been a decline in the fungi they eat.
What?
The fungi they eat due to the presence of hemlock woolly adelgids, which are invasive insects that destroy the hemlock stands where fungi flourish. So they range from endangered, like over in Asia, a lot of the ones over there are endangered. Some of them are endangered here in the United States, but not all of them. I'd love to meet one day. They seem like swell folk. I just think they're fucking adorable. I think the idea that a mammal can fly, that's not like a bat, like without like wings.
Aren't birds mammals?
Birds are not mammals. Birds are birds.
Really?
You're stupid.
I didn't know.
How did you
thought
not?
there was like mammals and then the fish.
There's no way.
Oh, and then bugs.
You really lumped in birds with mammals this whole time?
Yeah.
Birds are birds.
I didn't know that. I didn't think there was a swimming fish. I mean, a swimming bird.
When you refer to birds, you are saying the animal group.
I didn't know that. Well, you live and you learn.
Did you learn, though?
I didn't know. I can't believe there are 50 different species of flying squirrel and only 3 of zebras.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is interesting. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know that there was more than one of either of these.
Me neither.
But yeah, they can range a lot. There's a cute one. There's one called, I think it's called like Joseph's Flying Squirrel. Like Joseph *S as if like he owns it. Who I don't know who Joseph is, but I think it was his name. It was just a regular ass guy's name. No.
It's probably Joseph. He went to St. Thomas Aquinas as well.
Did I bleep any of these names out?
No.
Is it even worth it? Okay.
I don't think it's worth. None of them. I don't have any connection to Joseph.
You do. I need to get it through your head. That the problem is not that they're gonna hear this. The problem is that we just gave out their full Christian legal name.
It's not like that's not his full. I'm pretty sure they have middle names.
Find him for me. Look him up on Instagram.
I don't
Text
have Joseph on Instagram.
Hey, what's up,
He's
man?
my
What's your
enemy.
middle name?
He's my enemy, bro.
Why is he your enemy?
Because he went over there.
To St. Thomas Aquinas?
Yeah. There was other reason too.
Did he fuck your wife?
No.
He might one day.
He always reminded me of a giraffe. He was just really tall. Like really tall.
Gotcha.
Even for our age.
Wait, what's his name?
Joseph.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he left. He was like the first one to leave for St. Thomas.
What was his name though?
Joseph. And his mom was like trying to recruit people from SJV over there. So that's why I was like double enemy.
That's fucking funny.
Didn't like his mom.
Fuck his mom, bro. You should fuck his mom.
Kathleen. I'm just kidding. It wasn't her name. It wasn't her name. I don't know her name.
Kathleen, you're listening. You are not welcome in the Critters Corner. But yeah, man, these are cute little guys. No, I figured out the name the one that I'm talking about is Thomas's Flying Squirrel. I realized that when you said St. Thomas Aquinas, I was like, wait a minute, that's what it was. I don't know if they're my favorite. I haven't seen all of them. There's 50 of them, but this one's kind of cute. You get the long, straight tails. Not a very furry one. Not a very bushy tail, I should say.
Why are they all in the dark?
I think they're nocturnal. That's why.
Oh.
But yeah, flying squirrels are real cute. I don't know. It's not a very. I'm so glad that your topic was a lot better because this one,
Zebras are cool.
flying squirrels, I love them. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of love for them in my heart. I don't have a lot of information on them.
Did you put your hand on the wrong side?
Yeah, I went like this and then I switched it over real quick.
It's the grand old flag. I think. I pledge allegiance.
You ever served in the military?
Can't say I have.
Would you?
I mean, if it was like the draft and I was required.
Well, yeah, no shit, you're required, but would you do
probably
it
get
out of your
jacked.
own free will?
Probably not. I can probably just go to the gym and get in shape that way.
Yeah. I also don't have any patriotism for this country, so I wouldn't die for it.
So you're gonna go back to England on that flight?
Yeah, evolution.
That's a circular story. That's how that works.
It's not a circular story.
We started in the beginning talking about London.
We did not start talking about London. We started talking about Little Baby for some fucking reason. Little
I'm just
Baby.
saying- It's Lil Baby.
His full legal
You
name
put
is
respect-
Little Baby.
It's Dominique Armani Jones. Get it right, bro.
Dominique Armani Jones.
Yeah, it's a good
I
name.
remember that. That is a good name.
Tom Brady's full name is
Thomas Brady.
No, it's like Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Of course he has two middle names.
Yeah, I don't like
fucking asshole.
Sorry you're going through a divorce right now, though.
I'm not. It happens. 50%. You knew that going in.
There's a rumor that like
you knew when you got married there's a flip a coin chance you got a divorce.
so
That's on you.
He was married to a Brazilian model, fashion model, and there was rumors that like she said because like this is like his 23rd season.
Yeah.
Like he's been in the league 23 years, and he said he was retiring this like last season.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's like,
I remember that.
I'm coming back. I'm
back,
coming
baby.
back, baby.
I'm back, baby.
And so it might have happened the year before too, but he was retiring, and then Giselle, his wife, ex-wife, whenever this comes out, probably. Actually, it takes a while for divorces to finalize. But it was like, you either play another season or I'm out. Right now, the Bucks are like 3-5, or like they're losing. They're bad. I mean, I can't say much because my team's terrible.
Yeah,
right
your
now.
team sucks too.
Okay.
Do you know that in Central America, flying squirrels are born blind, hairless, and helpless?
What classifies helpless?
They have no strength. They're weak. They're weak little things. That is funny. Hairless and helpless.
Make you laugh? Make you cry?
And hopefully make it come.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm so glad that your topic was good. That was fucking fun. You want to hear the story about my first crush now?
How much time we got?
No,
it's
we'll
not
cut out a
serious.
lot of the first.
What? I had much to say.
I know, but I mean, like the little baby stuff, like that's out. That's cutting. room
What?
floor.
We needed to congratulate our Critters heads for getting him number 2.
Critterheads, yeah. Thank you, Critterheads.
So
I'm
now,
thinking of-
if you cut that out, there's no context now.
Yeah. You're right.
It's a bad story then.
It's a bad story then. Then it's like a U.
Okay,
We start here and then it
okay.
just
No,
goes
no,
back
no,
up.
no, 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 no. We don't.
It's like a magnet. It's like a magnet shape, or like a C.
I'm gonna kick you.
How so?
I can't.
I'm
believe
right.
this.
Stop booing me. I'm right. Anyways. So the story of my first crush, right? I was in 3rd grade.
Dang, that long.
I remember her name. Yeah, I didn't feel any sort of attraction to a woman since.
I don't know what
3rd
it
grade.
was, bro. Like angels are singing in my head. It was fucking crazy.
I think you're a whore.
It was crazy.
I think you were born a
It was
whore.
truly crazy. What's wrong with you?
I think you were born a little slut.
Okay, you can think that.
You have the heart of a whore,
No, I don't.
but the personality of a chaste man.
I had a heart of a lion.
You do not have a heart of a lion.
Remember who you are.
You don't have a heart of a lion.
You are my son.
You have a heart of an
And the one
elephant. That's
true
going to give you
king.
severe health problems in the future.
No, that's you because you wanted the feet of a fucking elephant, you freak.
No, I want the feet because
I
I
said
have
that.
No, but I don't have the heart of an elephant.
Oh no, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's like the aliens in
The
the
foot's
watch.
connected, the foot's connected to
Your
the
brain's
heart
connected.
bone. The foot bone's connected to the heart bone.
Where's that from? I know what that is, but
It's just a song you would learn. It was like the head bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the neck bone.
All right.
Because there's several bones in your spine.
Okay.
That was the joke. So my first crush, 3rd grade, we were watching Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked, and
That's a good one.
I don't know. We were watching one of the Alvin and Chipmunks.
That's a good
movies.
first date movie.
It is. We were watching one of
I wouldn't know.
the Alvin and the Chip. Every time I watch Alvin and the Chipmunks, I'm alone.
I was with you guys, I'm pretty sure. One of the times. Actually, that's not true. I don't think we ever watched Chipwreck.
Yeah, we did.
No, we did.
Not
Yeah,
Chipwrecked.
Now I remember.
Not Chipwrecked,
What?
but we watched the first one.
I feel like we watched Chipwreck.
We didn't watch Shipwrecked.
No.
I'm telling
100%.
you right now, we didn't watch
No, we
Shipwrecked.
did.
You want to know why? Because I've never seen Shipwrecked.
No, you're
I lied
lying,
to
bro.
you. When did Shipwreck come out?
2013?
You're so full of shit.
I don't know.
It's 2011, asshole.
Okay. You would probably guess, like, what, 16?
No, because I watched it in 3rd grade.
Go on. Oh, yeah, it's bad. So you lied to me. You said you lied.
It's got 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know what I watched. It was an Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I'm pretty sure it was Shipwreck because it was on a tropical island. I don't know. We were watching a movie, okay? Fine. I don't remember.
Go on.
Sue me. We were watching a movie in class. And I was crushing over her. I do remember her name. She had an interesting name. I never seen another person with that name.
What's the name?
Her name was Arleth.
That's an interesting name.
Arleth. Never seen another person with that name. So if you're out there, I don't know your last name, but if you're out there.
Good on you.
Oh, wait, what's Sienna's last name?
I can look it up. Oh, it's crap.
Ah, damn it.
I think it was like, it was like NNA, like was it ended? Like it's what? No, that's her first name.
I was going to say her first and last name.
But her
rhyme?
last, I think it's Costa, Sienna Costa. I think that's her last name.
I bet Gabe and Watch remembers.
No, he does. He likes her posts. I don't.
Why not?
He likes everybody's posts.
Why not?
Wait,
why don't you like her posts?
I haven't spoken to her in
so.
How many years? That's
I haven't
over 10
spoken to
years.
most of the people that like my posts. I put out a Halloween post last night.
I just think it'd be weird.
Hella likes. I haven't spoken to most of them.
All right, so go on.
All right, so I was sitting there watching Alvin and the Chipmunks Shipwrecked, eating my popcorn. We didn't get any popcorn, and I was on a little note. I was crushing. On a little note, I'm a drawer. I drew a heart with her name in the middle, and then I drew little hearts around it, and then the drawing fell underneath her desk. So we were like in like a grid, right? We had little private desks. She was one in front and one to the left. You know what I mean? Like diagonal to me. And I forgot how, but somehow the paper ended up under her desk, and she saw it. She picked it up, and I guess she knew it was from me because she just put it down. And I was like, okay, well, my life's over. I'm gonna kill myself in the middle of Alvin and Chipmunks Shipwrecked. I haven't even reached the 3rd act. I'm gonna kill myself. and then next thing you know, she passes the paper back to me. On the other side, it says Danny with several hearts around it. And so I was like, damn, I'm kind of a player.
Yeah,
kind of a player in 3rd grade. And then we had a serious talk after school, and we were like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And then she was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay.
Why did you want to jump that far?
No, it wasn't like the same day. It was like we just like kept hanging out, and we were like having fun hanging out, which means we played ball at recess. I don't fucking know what we did. And then like a week or two passed, and I was like, no, you know what? No, because I went home and I was talking to my brother who's like 6 years older than me. And I was like, what do I do? He's like, you gotta ask her what you guys are. Which is so stupid. Why would you say that to a fucking 6? What am I, 8 in 3rd grade?
That's hilarious.
You fucking dumbass, Pablo.
I respect him for it though.
Yeah, he did get bitches.
That's hilarious. You gotta find out what you guys are.
You gotta find out what you guys. What are you guys? And I said, I don't know. He said, you gotta find out.
I can imagine you with this voice talking as a 3rd grader.
I don't know. I don't know what we are. I was watching the hearts are on my name. I don't know. The paper fell under the desk. I don't know. But what are we? And I'm sitting because I had to be like a foot tall, and I remember having this conversation with him in the kitchen. I was like freaking out, and he was like making himself some food, like a sandwich, and I was like, I don't know who we are. What are we? And he's like, you got to find out. And then I went the next day at school, and we talked behind a wall, a private wall. It wasn't very private at all. It was a small school, and I was like, so what are we? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? She's like, no. I was like, okay, okay.
It's like Jacob.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, I hate to bother you.
What happened after that?
Yeah, we kept talking. Probably, I don't remember. That was the last thing I remember of her.
What was her name? Olgaworth?
Did you say Ollyworth?
Olgaworth.
That sounds like a fucking witch's name.
What is it?
Arleth. What? This is the way I said it?
Yeah, I just
Arleth.
I just remember there was a at the end.
What'd you call it? Azeroth? What'd you call it? Argoth?
Something like that.
Argoth.
Hey, Argyle's a
God.
weird name too.
Argoth is an awesome god. Get it? Come on, man. All right. Well,
I saw Argyle again.
how was he?
He was pretty. Actually, it was like a few. Oh, man, it was a month ago. Never mind.
Do the critter heads know who Argyle is?
Argyle is a squirrel that we've been continually seeing.
Not a squirrel.
Shoot. Sorry, I got squirrels in my mind.
Squirrels in the brain.
Argyle is a squirrel. Dang it. He's a what's his name?
Argyle.
Argyle is what the hell is he?
Skunk.
A skunk.
Jesus Christ.
Is a skunk we continually see on campus. I see him more often. I think
I don't go to school.
Yeah, maybe Jacob sees him the most. I don't know. But I've seen this squirrel this skunk a long time, and I'm just like, you're Argyle to me.
He needs a name.
Yeah, Danny has another name for him though. I forgot it.
Sparky.
Sparky, yeah. So, Critterheads, leave your comments. See which name's
Argyle
better.
versus Sparky. We'll get a picture of him.
Yeah, we'll put a poll up there.
Speaking of critter heads.
What's the better name?
Speaking of critter heads, I'm thinking of introducing a new segment. I say we get.
There's only one segment. We talk about animals.
Well, no, there's your animal segment and there's my animal segment, and then we end the podcast. There's 2 segments.
I mean, I guess you can call it that.
I guess you can call it. Fine. We'll add the second segment. Dude, you changed my. Oh my god.
You're good.
I'm ready for my close up. So I'm
Never even
thinking
seen that movie. Shut the hell up.
it's just a phrase people say. Okay.
It's from Sunset
I know,
Boulevard.
but I'm saying it like it's a phrase. Don't stop the recording.
I just want to see you. No, you're good.
Cool. Are you good about eating lunch right now?
We got 24 minutes left in here, bro.
Do we actually?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I talked too long.
I'm about to talk a little more. We're gonna do a user submitted critter section. If you guys ever email us at. You're such a fucking asshole.
Go on.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
listening. I'm just
Yeah. So I'm thinking. Look, you eat like you're not allowed to. I'm just kidding.
Me because I have 24 minutes.
So I'm thinking we have a lot of critter heads out there, growing by the days, and a lot of them are our friends. Granted, I'll give you that, but a lot of them aren't. According to RSS, we have about 11 followers, and we only have like 9 friends. And I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you this: not all of them listen to this podcast. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I don't know what we're gonna call this segment. We'll think about it next week if this actually comes to fruition. But we have an email. It's critterhead2121@gmail.com. So I want you to submit every week. Submit a critter that if one strikes you, don't like every week. It's not like a fucking homework assignment. But if you're walking your daily life like our friend Gabe and Watch, and a squirrel comes up to you, something like that, go ahead and drop like a 2-sentence email to us about your critter and why you like it so much. You don't have to do any research. We don't expect you to do any research. This is just going to be a positive segment where people get to share the critters that they love, because that's what we do on this podcast.
I love zebras.
And I love flying squirrels.
They're top 10 now for me.
Do you know where on the top 10?
No. Probably not. Since we've done this podcast, and I've learned about more animals, so my top 5 remains the same. But then it's albatross 6, and then it'll probably be zebra 7. So hopefully, as this goes on, 8, 9, 10 will be filled out.
I get you. None of mine have reached top 10. That's not true. There was one that I forgot what it was. I guess it wasn't that good then. Couldn't have been that good. Maybe Olms.
Oh. 8 is Amazon river dolphin. Actually, that's not true. Maybe it is. I'll say for now.
For now.
But it's not confirmed.
Not confirmed. And he's back to eating. So, what you got in there? Rice, green beans, carrots, corn.
It's ground turkey, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and then like a mixed vegetable pack, which is green beans, peas, carrots, and corn.
So go ahead and email us at critterhead2121@gmail.com if you have any critters. Go just a 2-sentence entry, your critter, why you love them, and then drop a picture. If you find a picture on Google, like your favorite image, we'd love to see that. But that's all I got for us. What's so funny?
I don't know how many podcasts I have where people are eating.
I don't know, but we're up there. Look up Spotify top charts podcast that people eat on.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Want to hear the first time that I had sex?